This story takes place back in the year of 1932. Okay, so what do the history books tell us? What was significant about 1932? There you go. But opening of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, that's right. Really big news all over the world. Biggest single span bridge in the world, but it was the middle of the Great Depression too. Sydney would have not been a nice place to live back in 1932. You know, there was no work. You know, there was no money, but they built this big bridge while there was none of that. But also, you could go to the cricket and you could see Don Bradman at the SCG. Wouldn't have that been wonderful? You could also go to the races, go to the Randwick races, and you could see Farlap. Have a bet on Farlap. Would have been wonderful times. And if you opened up a newspaper back in 1932, you would have read about a 9-year-old boy by the name of Lennie. Now, Lennie was from a little town just near Melbourne called Leongatha. And he did something extraordinary back in 1932. He stole the hearts of a nation. I think they used the phrase, a shining light in a time of darkness is what he was. And he was a hero to kids. And politicians wanted to have their photo taken with him because Lennie was popular. And anyway, so I thought I'd write a song about Lennie. I got told this story. And I was like, how come I never got told this at school? I left school and I knew more about the rest of the world than I did about Australia. These are the stories we need to be passing on to our kids. Great Australian stories about things we can be proud about. Anyway, this is called Lennie, You're a Legend. In the small town of Leongatha, in southeastern Victoria, a 9-year-old farmer's son dared to dream big, with nothing but a mud map, oilskin swag and haversack. He'd take his parents' blessing and follow his wits. His name was Lennie, and on his pony, Ginger Mick, he hoped to watch the opening of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. 600 mile of dusty tracks, 5 weeks in the saddle, like an overland pioneer on a solo trip. Lennie, you're a legend for doing what you did. It's quite a feat for anyone, let alone a kid. The country got a hero when it needed one. Oh, Lennie, you're a legend. You belong in a song. Slowly up to Bairnsdale, Orbost and Cairn River, through heavy rain, bushfires and blistering sun. People stopped to cheer them on, and as the word spread, they were offered food and lodgings everywhere they went. It wasn't long before the papers caught wind of the story, and in Canberra Lennie shook the hand of the PM. By the time they got to Martin Place, you should have seen the crowds, 10,000 well-wishers shouting out, Lennie, you're a legend, they've come to see you. You're the good news story of 1932. The country got a hero when it needed one. Oh, Lennie, you're a legend, a nation's favourite son. Lennie, you're a legend. Lennie was invited to the opening procession. It was the biggest celebration the city had ever seen. And he trotted across the harbour bridge, past all the dignitaries, with the press cameras flashing like a true celebrity. He even got to ride an elephant and meet the Mayor of Sydney and had a cricket bat signed by Bradman at the SCG. Then he took the reins, said goodbye and rode off into the sun, and arrived back in Leongatha to a king's reception. He'd been away 4 months. Lennie, you're a legend. You lived to 70. You went to war and became a Holden engineer. And there's a statue in your honour, so we don't forget. Lennie, you're a legend. So is your best mate Ginger Mick. You're a legend, a great Australian. Oh, Lennie, you're a legend. And legends live on. Legends live on. Lennie, you're a legend. And legends live on. Thank you.